certainly ought to be no externally imposed limits on anybody bringing anything about their faith into public, and I think Christians should be open about that. And I think even Rawls accepted that at the end. People say, well, where would we be if Martin Luther King hadn't been able to appeal to Christian ideas? But at the same time, it can't be merely that. And King's actually a good example here, because King would use biblical ideas and gospel ideas, but he also spoke about, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution and something like a natural law, I think, or natural rights or something like that. So I think this is an area of wisdom. I think some people hear all this and they try to impose sort of a straitjacket. I think politics is inherently pragmatic to a certain extent. So you can use biblical arguments. You could appeal to all manner of things to try to persuade people. The main point is that there's a burden on you to speak in ways that connect with people, in ways that build community, that build a sort of political or civil solidarity. Like we owe that to our unbelieving neighbors. We don't just have community with fellow Christians. There's a kind of community that we are called to establish with all people. And charity itself requires that we seek common ground with them as much as possible. So that's a general rule of thumb, and then we have to sort of work out in context and in various circumstances what that's going to look like.
So